Hello, everyone. My name is Eddie, and welcome to the MightyCreators Podcast. This is the platform where emerging creators finally get the spotlight they deserve. Before we jump in, thank you for being here for our very first episode. Your support fuels this entire vision of ours. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. We will get officially started here in a second.
We're pumped up for this amazing podcast.
Yeah, I'm drinking coffee currently to get this started.
Yeah, Master Lou. Hi.
All right. And Exto, I know you're listening, so when we do your episode, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to stream it in the Discord and record it for YouTube. Figured that's a cool fucking idea, and I wanted to do it. All right. We ready to do this?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're comfortable, when you're ready. Scream if you have to. Get it out of your system.
Hi, Mom.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the MightyCreator Podcast. Today's guest is someone I've had the privilege of knowing for a few months, and I've been genuinely impressed watching his trajectory. He's carving out a real momentum in the VRChat YouTube space, and for a channel his size, he's outperforming expectations across the board. As of recording this video, he's sitting at 200 subscribers, 46 videos, and 60,800 total views. His name is Banooka, and my man, welcome to the show.
My God, what an intro, my dude. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am honored. I am privileged.
How you been, dude?
Oh, I'm good. I'm doing fantastic. I'm actually I'm taking a break from editing part 2 of my latest video.
Hell yeah.
So
No,
this is a good break. I think this is a really good time to.
Honestly, I hope when we end this, you're a little bit more inspired and you just fucking lock in and do what you gotta do. Now I do have a couple questions for you.
I think this podcast might be.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm excited for questions, please.
You were saying what this podcast could be.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was gonna say, after this podcast, I think this is a really good motivator for me to lock the hell in and get all the videos out instead of just hogging them in my headset and waiting for the space to kill me.
Exactly, dog.
My headset's running like crap. It's a 2. I'm running on a MetaQuest 2, not a 3, which is ironically hilarious because I barely have enough storage in my headset to begin with. So being able to make videos is crazy.
I totally get that. Yeah, so I have a bunch of series of questions I wanted to ask you because I know we've talked here and here in DMs about your YouTube stuff and here and there in voice calls, but I never actually got to have a good discussion about because I know you from playing VR back in the day, and then suddenly now you're a YouTube channel and you're gaining massive traction. So I just wanted to know how you got into it and stuff like that. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Oh, please go right ahead.
All right, perfect. So let's just start off. What sparked you into content creation, and why specifically VRChat?
Okay, so I looked at that question and I have a bit of a big answer. So
Okay.
I've always been interested in content creation ever since I discovered YouTube when I was 7 years old. Looking at Minecraft videos, looking at Five Nights at Freddy videos, looking at all that stuff, and I never knew how easy it was to upload a video. So when I was 12, I was like, can I just make a video and upload it? And everyone was like, duh. And so I made a channel, and I've always been fascinated with the fact that there's so many different ways you can create content, and, make whatever you want. And, people will watch it. If you use YouTube the right way, people will watch your channel. So I've always been fascinated with content creation.
100%, dude. Same here, honestly. I was kind of not really uploading, but watching YouTube back in the day, when Smosh was first created and shit like that. I watched them fucking pop off. So I've been watching YouTube for a long time, and doing YouTube is is a lot different from watching it. I will say. So
Oh yeah.
you mentioned first
Definitely.
uploads and like uploading videos and stuff like that. So walk us through your first upload. Like what felt exciting? Was it scary? Was it like what didn't you expect about it?
Okay. Um, I have different phases of my quote unquote YouTube career as an individual.
Okay.
So my very first video, I was I was in summer camp and I was probably 11 or 12 in a bus heading to an arcade for a field trip. And I remember I was with my friend Gavin, and I had my phone in selfie mode, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jellyby53 here with another video." And all we did was just rant about our day for like 3 minutes. And I remember stopping the video. And this was when YouTube just had that feature where you could record on YouTube. So I didn't have any knowledge of putting a video from my camera reel on YouTube. So when I made the video, I had no title, no description, and then when I realized I could have a title, I put in "me with Gavin,"
That's
and
usually how it starts,
in
dog.
that video, oh my god, I was so I got back from the field trip. My mom picked me up, and we went to Walmart to pick up school clothes for school, and I was just watching the loading screen for the video, like uploading, 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 and then it would always slow down because it was crappy internet. I was in a Walmart, so I'd just be standing next to my mom, just just I would just keep swiping up and refreshing the page, letting it not upload because I kept refreshing it. And eventually, when it uploaded, I'm like, "Oh my god, I have become a YouTuber." And um, another big thing about my childhood is I was one of those kids who had DVD players growing up. But when my mom installed the Nintendo Wii to my TV, I had YouTube. So when I went on YouTube, I looked up my video and I watched it. I'm like, "Mom, I'm on TV. Mom, look at this, mom." And it
Mom,
had
I'm
like
on
12
TV.
views, and they
Hell
were all
yeah.
probably me.
Hell
Mom,
yeah, dude.
look at me, mom. And she's like, "Oh my god, how do you not know how YouTube works?" Oh my god, but next phase was my very first gaming phase. I was probably 14 or 15. I had no ambitions at being a really big successful YouTuber until I started watching Corey X Ken first time, and I thought he was hilarious. I thought he was goddamn funny. I thought, can I cuss on this podcast? Can I cuss?
Absolutely, dude. Go for it. Be yourself, dog.
You can bleep it out too, editor. I thought he was the fucking hilarious guy ever. And when I got on my laptop, my very first laptop, which was the cheapest piece of shit anyone could buy on Walmart.com, it was the crappiest piece of technology on the planet, but I abused that thing. I had Wii Video free trial with the watermark in the top left corner, and I remember I didn't upload any PC games. I uploaded one, no, two. I uploaded two PC games, and the rest of them were on my phone. I had my very first gaming video. Oh my god, what was that? I think it was Into the Dead. It was Into the Dead 2 on the mobile, on my
Oh
phone,
yeah,
which was
I know that
free
game.
to play. Yeah, and I had no experience. So when I hit screen record, I'm like, what do I say? What's up, YouTube? It's Jellyby53 here. I'm playing Into the Dead. Forgot the title. Into the Dead, the Dead, Into the Dead 2. And I had no editing experience. I uploaded that piece of garbage anyways, and I kept going. I gained like 30 subs because I kept asking people at school to sub to me, and they did, and they didn't watch my stuff. And eventually, I uploaded like I don't know, 10 or 12 more videos, and then I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I got other things to worry about with my life. Um, I have two more phases. And I'm sorry if this is, wasting a lot of time
No,
on this
dude,
podcast,
no,
but I,
please,
I
no.
have,
That's fine.
yeah. So my third phase was for my podcast. I had a podcast in high school called the Fall Break Podcast, and this was with my friend Blue, who was on my recent video. He's my in real life friend. We've been friends since middle school, and I was like, I want to start a podcast. I don't know how to start a podcast. All I know is that I have my buddy, I have a phone, we can talk about anything. So we every day, every Thursday after school, me and him, we would go to my mom's in the basement. It would just be me, him, um, a tote. You know, like those big plastic totes you put storage in the
Yeah,
basement?
yeah, yeah.
I had that right in the middle. I put my phone down, I hit record, and we talked. In the first episode, it was me, him, my best friend, and my neighbor, and we just talked about random stuff, current events, whatever. And that's when I realized, like 5 weeks into it, that we kept progressively getting better. Basement got bigger, more people wanted to join, more people were recognized. Like I got a bunch of popular kids from high school to get on this podcast, and as that's kind of what it did. And then eventually it got to the point where it got really messy. I had a job, I had football, I had stuff that I had to do, and then I moved on and I stopped the podcast. And I think I could bring it back if I really wanted to, but that was that.
You totally should, man.
Um,
You totally should.
and then finally, And finally, my second to last phase of YouTube came with my music interviews. I interviewed musicians, and this started out back in my first college, which was 3.5 hours away from me right now. We had a college school project. I was currently enrolled as a radio broadcasting student, and one of our projects was to interview or do podcast episode 4 times, upload it to our instructor, and that was it. I didn't know anyone at that college. I was alone. I had no friends. I had no ambition to talk to anybody there. So I'm like, what should I do? And my teacher was like, "Oh, you know all those musicians you DM to get their music on the radio?" And I'm like, "Yeah, talk to them." And I'm like, "Okay." And if you don't know who Nardwar is, he's
Oh
the
yeah.
greatest interviewer ever alive in history. I copied off of him and I just looked up every musician that I talked to, DM them, they agreed, and I would interview musicians, and I did that, and eventually it got to the point where I would do them in person. Then I got them on camera, got them to react to my stuff, and I grew a little bit. And I still think I'm going to do them in the summer, but I'm taking a huge break from that because it's not my cup of tea right now. But I'm gonna keep doing them, but I'm not doing them now. I'm doing them in the future. Yeah, and my first video of that was me on me. I was nervous. I reached out to a semi local rock band, and they didn't know what they were expecting. I didn't know what I was expecting, and eventually they just rocked with it. I asked them like 10 mediocre questions, and that was that. It wasn't special. It was pretty boring, but yeah. Uh, and then finally we reach Banooka. We reached it. We finally reached it after me 20 minutes rambling on this podcast, episode 1. Thank you. Please sub. um,
No, I respect. I
I
respect that, man.
started this channel. I started this channel because my friend Honey, who I record with pretty much all the time now, she had a friend who I will not name due to personal reasons, and he uploaded a bunch of YouTube videos, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. I didn't know he was a YouTuber and he could do all this. And I looked at his channel, I got kind of jealous, and I'm like, I can probably do this, right? I'm intelligent, I'm funny, I'm a little unique. So I started a channel, and it's not on my channel anymore. I deleted it. There was a video where it was nothing but that guy's clips of me mashed into like a 5 minute crappy compilation. I didn't put any effort into it. I didn't try to make it funny. It was just, his video, but only me. And it was pretty garbage, and it sucked, and it was whatever. And eventually, I recorded my first video, which was, I think it was Stalker. No, it was Diverge. I did Diverge first. I remember. I'm not dumb. I did Diverge, and that video it was a great game. I love the game. It was short, it was sweet, it was hilarious, and it was funny. And I uploaded it. And then I met Mage, and I Control, who was from previous roleplay stuff that I did. I grabbed him, dragged him into my video. I dragged my friend True Boss into it. I dragged a few more friends from other relations into it. And I kind of just created a weird group of misfits and outcasts and multi-racial people that somehow still think I'm funny enough to be their friend. I don't know. But yeah, that's that.
One hell of a story. I'll give you that. And I respect.
that was like 30 minutes.
It's all good. It's all good. And I respect all of that, dude. Now speaking about your YouTube journey.
Yep.
What did you from day one of you trying to take YouTube seriously? Let's start with Banooka channel, not your other ones, but let's start with Banooka. What do you think you've learned from day one up until now?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, day one. I mean, if you take obviously every video you upload, you have to try and learn something you did wrong, and either get rid of it, be better at it, or just stick with what you're good at. And the first video, which I already told you, was not my clips. That was the immediate first mistake I made, was not having my own content. But when I did record my first video, I looked at what I did right, what I did wrong, and I realized I'm not loud enough. I'm not talking into the mic correctly. And then another thing that I did wrong was when on your headset you don't immediately have it automatically set to landscape mode. So I had it stuck one video on square mode, which made it look terrible. It didn't fit the screen on your phone and your PC or whatever.
I remember.
So I switched that, and when I took it, I think the day I took it extremely seriously was oh man, it was probably when we recorded Squid Game, which is, I'm pretty sure, my fourth public video on my channel right now. And I took that one more serious because it was kind of like the biggest collaboration of YouTubers I currently done. That was the first video I ever did with Mage. And, I talked to Mage. The first day the first day I met him, I already knew I loved him because he brought his weird ass friend over. He was super comfortable. He was, and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to be Mr. Serious YouTube guy here. You can't keep doing this. And then he just ignored me and just started building houses and shit in this weird ass game where you had to like how and break stuff. And I'm like, whatever. So I join him. I talk to him. We get comfortable. We're chill. We're having fun. And then eventually we friended each other on Discord. And my first idea was, Squid Game Season 3 just dropped. We gotta do something Season 3 Squid Game. And he's like, yeah, I agree.
Very nice.
So we grabbed 10, 12 different friends, and we collabed. And this was when I took CapCut seriously, because Okay, I didn't state this. The main reason I wanted to do Banooka in the first place was because I wanted to get better at editing, because I thought my edits on my other channels were garbage. So I got kind of better. So I took like 3 days, edit that video down, and to me, it's still a piece of garbage, but it's currently my best video on my channel right now, which I don't hate it, but it wasn't my best work, and yet there it is. I thought it's still pretty cool. I think it's still pretty cool.
That's fair. I understand it. So
Yeah.
with a relatively like new channel like yours, I mean, I know you've had it for a while, but like you're starting to like gain numbers, like you just had 200 subs. What's your current like growth strategy? Like, are you trying to like upload more like weekly, bi-weekly? Like what's your strategy so far to how do I want to say this, to
Um.
grow your channel?
Well, like, like how do I grow? Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
how
pretty
I
much.
I
Yeah,
picture myself growing.
yeah.
Okay. So like I said before, every week and every time you upload, you take what you did right, continue doing that, take something you did wrong, fix it, get a little better at it. So that's the same way with the YouTube strategy. Is, the algorithm, getting your audience to stay, getting them to like, comment, and sub. And there are a few tips that you can take from me, which is what I learned. Um, Back, like I took information from people who've been doing this for over like a decade. Markiplier, Corey, Vanos. And one thing that I will say is they did not have YouTube Shorts and they did not have TikTok. And by God, my TikTok is ass, and my God, my YouTube Shorts are ass. But I gain a lot of traction that way. Is with taking the funniest clips from my YouTube videos, making them into watchable TikToks or YouTube Shorts, and uploading them. And sure, you won't get like a billion views immediately unless it's like the best video, whatever. But it still works. I mean, you get a few eyes on your channel, which is kind of what you want. So when you upload those, you get new eyes on your channel, and that's good. But another big thing that I have is a schedule. Like you don't have an audience immediately jumping to your channel every single time you upload, especially if you're new. So in order to gain trust, you have to stick with a schedule that both you and them find comfortable. And I could probably edit 2 videos a week and upload 2 videos a week, but I am a very busy person, so I upload at least one a week. And unfortunately, I think this week is not the week because I'm gonna miss the deadline, but it will be out on Monday. But I think it's really important that you stick with a good schedule and you don't miss an upload. And if you do, apologize, offer something, be nice to your audience because they're the only reason you're sticking with it.
Exactly.
Because if you lose your audience, what's the point? I mean, there's no one watching you unless you're just doing it for the memorabilia or you're doing it for the memories or the history. It's bullshit. You have to do it for your fans. If you don't do it for your fans, then I mean, there's no point. But I take a lot of small things now. At first, I just copied off of what a big YouTuber did, and try to take a few things out of that and snag it into my own channel. Look at some good hashtags and snag them in my own channel. And you notice a few things that people will do that don't look like they're gonna be a big game changer, but they kind of are. Like for example, your thumbnail, and we had a conversation about this. The thumbnail from my recent video looks so much different than my previous thumbnails, and you have to tweak a few things to make it clickable. And you don't want to make it clickbait. You want to make it something that people will click on. Not clickbait, but clickable. So
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
lie, but
There's a big difference
click
between
on it. Damn
clickable
it!
and clickbait,
Click on
dude.
my video.
There's a fine gray
Yeah.
line between those two, and people either lean towards more clickbait or they lean
Yeah.
towards more clickable. But yeah, 100%, man. And I think I think the one,
Yeah.
and you kind of mentioned
Um,
this too, is I think the one reason why so many channels fail is consistency. You know, they're not uploading weekly or bi-weekly. They're uploading pretty much like whenever they want, and that consistency is key.
exactly. Um, and it's all whittled down to your availability. Because if, I mean, for famous YouTubers, they make money. They
Yeah,
have that's their job. They
yeah.
are capable of having a good schedule, upload more, upload whenever they want, and the fans they get used to it. So obviously, the more they watch, the more they want, and the more they're gonna expect out of you. So you have to expect more out of yourself if you want to continue growing. Because if you don't grow up with your audience, they don't grow with you, and they'll eventually find someone they do understand a lot more than you if you keep sticking with the same game plan. So obviously, you gotta maintain trust with your audience is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I keep rambling.
No, dude, you're
Monster
good.
Eddie. Eddie, it's the monster.
You're spitting straight facts, man. Honestly. Now I
I'm having a heart attack while having a conversation with Eddie from YouTube.
uh, I haven't been active in YouTube for a few months, so like I decided like as soon as I got my new PC, I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna come back to this. I kind of miss making content. Because I had
Yeah.
during quarantine was like my peak fucking viewership, dude. Like, because everybody was home, so they were always watching YouTube, and so I was just pumping out videos as fast as I could, bro. But I did
Yeah. Yeah.
there's a confusion between quantity and quality, and that's where some channels like how they burst in viewership is because they're focusing on quantity and like they're just raking in the views. But if you focus more towards like quality, you're gonna attract like a whole different audience. And honestly, quality is the key over for quantity. I'm sorry. But my other question for you was, there are a bunch of like VR YouTubers, and there's a lot of big VR YouTubers. How does Banooka like stand out in that niche?
Um. Well, a lot of it it comes from my friends. I mean, if it was just me, I don't think a single person would watch me. That's kind of where I grasp Vinos Gaming from. I mean, he put the hammer right on
Dude,
the nail
hundred
because
percent.
he found a way to get a bunch of people who do not act like each other in a room, record a video, and make it hilarious. I mean, if you take a look at my cast, and my friends. I'm sorry if cast doesn't sound good for you. But if you look at the cast, I mean, we have a pretty wide range of people to begin with, even though we only have like 4 or 5 people who mainly stick with us.
That's all you need,
Um,
brother. That's all you
but a
need.
hundred percent, yeah, I know, 100%, it has to be my friends. It's a group effort. I don't want to take any credit for my videos because if they weren't there, they wouldn't be funny. I don't do solo gameplay, and if I did, they would probably suck. But I mean, my friends make my channel. In meeting Age, I mean, that was a huge step of trust to begin with because, like, I don't want to be alone. I don't want to record alone. I have to find someone who kind of gets me, but also has their own unique spin. Because if it was 5 of me, it's the same. It'd just be me. So, meeting Mage was great. When I ran into Honey again, she was all on board for it. She was down. And then when I grabbed Control, he was like, that sounds really fucking stupid. That's a dumb idea. Okay, I'll join you. Then he comes in. And then later on, we run into Cobra. And Cobra's like, you gotta let me in on the video once in a while, asshole. And I'm like, you're really funny too. So then we grabbed Cobra. And, the more I collab with different YouTubers, the more I'm like, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone I collabed with, but you kind of see who you click with more and who you don't click with more. And, you meet a bunch of people. And it's fair to say that, some relationships don't last forever. Obviously, you're going to have disagreements with people. But the real people that you can trust are the ones that do have something to say. If something goes wrong and they have something to say about it, they speak up about it. If they don't speak up about it, then obviously they're just in it for the ride. They're not in it for any kind of seriousness.
Facts.
But yes, 1,000%, it's my friends that make my channel. Obviously, I have my own bits and pieces in there, like me screaming and me getting jump scared. Totally me acting. It's totally not me being legitimate. It's all for the views. It's all for the views. I'm not that scared. I'm not that scared. Ani didn't scare me that video. Fuck you. It didn't scare me. Fuck you. But obviously, it's my friends, and me having all the confidence in the world because of them, kind of what drives me to continue. Because I get to watch me progress and my friends progress, and that's all I want.
100%. Banooka's over here fucking spitting facts, dude. It all comes down. It like you said, it's a
It,
group effort. It's a group effort for sure.
yeah. Now listen, I know that I've said some pretty random things on and off camera, but I do have IQ, assholes. I see you two in the audience looking at me. I see you judging me with your side eye and your artistic talent.
There's a third one that joined. Hello, controller. Welcome to the podcast.
What is here? Oh yeah.
And for those who are listening at home, we
Oh,
have
yeah.
a live stream going on the Discord, and this will be uploaded, so you can see who is watching us right in Discord. So I think this is really cool. Welcome, controller, to the podcast.
Oh yeah. And just for the record, it used to be a main four, and the only three people in the audience is the three from the main four, including me. Like those are my homies. Those are my day ones right there. And I know they think I'm cringy as fuck right now.
So, I just have like 3 more questions for you, and I know we could wrap this up. But if you could
Please,
collab,
go right ahead. I'm all ears, Eddie. I'm all ears.
he's like, please ask me more questions. I am just delighted to answer these.
Just go right ahead. I'm just honored. I'm sorry. I'm just so honored. Please.
All right, if you could collab with anyone, who's on your short list to collab with?
Oh man. And if it was on VR, oh man, I know it'd be really hard to convince him, but I would honestly love Vanoss to be in one of my videos.
Oh, dude, I think that's every
Because
gaming YouTuber's like
and
dream.
control would know this for damn sure. He knows that I practically suck off Vanoss in my early days because I kept rocking his avatar, I kept referencing his jokes, I kept referencing his friends' jokes, but it's true. Vanoss has really been a huge part of what I've done so far. Obviously, having a group of friends, yeah, there's a bunch of people with groups of friends, but his style of comedy, his style of editing, his style of humor, I'm obsessed, and I would love to meet him and collab with him. If I had to ask other people, definitely proximity chat, because I mean, my God, he's practically the boogeyman of VRChat. So beating him and trolling him with other trollers and trolling with him, oh my God, that'd be an honor. But if I had one more person, I don't want to pick Corey because he would never play VRChat. And Mark would never play VRChat. But if one more person, that's a good question. I don't know. Oh, what if Filthy Frank? Can I get Filthy Frank on VRChat? You know,
God damn.
let me get Joji. Let me get the guy who made blimps of us in my goddamn video. That would be a fucking turn. That'd be great. I'd love him. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that is such a polar
Yeah,
south
that's my
comparison,
list.
man. You look at Filthy Frank and then you look at Joji's like, this is the same fucking guy.
I know. I swear to God, I looked at him and I'm like, he looks a lot like him. That's not him though. And then when he said it was him, I'm like, what happened to you, man? Who stole your heart? Who broke you?
Who broke you, dog? What happened? What happened?
One of you, you suffered your third divorce. Yep, that's Willie. That's Frank, all right. That's Frank.
All right.
But yeah,
Jeez.
that'd be my list.
All right. So besides VR
Yeah,
chat,
the reason I say third divorce is because the reason I said divorce is because me and Mage are going through our fourth right now, and it's it's really hard to piece that together. Mage, take me back, Mage, please, please.
it's okay, Mage. We'll cut that
But
out of the podcast.
go
We'll,
on.
we'll cut it completely. It's okay.
Oh no! Don't call me a whore control. Fuck you. But yes, please.
All right. All right.
Next question. I can't look at the
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, don't look at the chat. It's fine. Besides VR chat, because I know that's the type of content you upload. What is your current favorite VR game?
VR game.
Yes.
It's definitely not VRChat because of all the fucking weirdos on there. I haven't really downloaded a whole bunch of games because, again, it's the Quest 2. They have you can only download like 3 games before it poops out. So, Blade and Sorcery. Even though there's no updates on the Quest 2 anymore, I fucking love Blade and Sorcery.
Oh, good choice though.
I've
Good
never
choice.
gotten more sweaty in my goddamn life playing that game. I remember being in my basement for like 3 hours nonstop, sweating my ass off, just swinging maces and axes and bows and arrows and knives at bad guys. And my grandma would come downstairs and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then I'd hit her with the controller. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then she'd be like, but yeah, I love Blade and Sorcery. Yeah, that definitely. I'm not saying there aren't any good maps on VRChat, but the people in that game are the reason it sucks now. It's terrible. It sucks, but I use it for content.
the people suck. I hate it, but it makes good content.
It's the people, all right? The people did it. But another great game I will honorably mention is Contractors.
Ooh, yeah, good choice.
Call of
good
Duty.
choice.
If it was first person headset mode, it's Contractors. You don't even need Call of Duty VR. Just get Contractors. They have all the they all have all the zombie. They have all the zombie maps on that bitch. And I don't even play zombies, but I love it. I love it.
My other favorite
yeah,
VR games were I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's Onward, Blade and Sorcery for sure, Contractors, and then that Arkham Shadow. Yeah, Batman Arkham Shadow. I love that game so much, man.
Oh, I haven't played that yet. I would love to. I think I'd be a good Batman.
I'm a huge Batman nerd, man. I have a fucking like figure of a Batmobile right here on my desk, and so when I play that game, dude, I get in that game.
Do you switch your voice to sound like Batman?
I wish I could, brother.
I am vengeance.
I am vengeance.
I am the night.
I wish I could, brother.
I am Sweat. I mean Batman. I am Batman. What?
That's funny.
Wait, what?
I wish I could do his do the Batman voice, but I can't. I can't.
You will defeat ass Joker. But yeah, I honestly think I would enjoy that game, so I may or may not delete VRChat and all the other games forever just to play that game. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you. You have officially given me my retirement.
Yeah, just get rid of VRChat, dude. Just don't ever play that game again. Just get right off of it. Just all right.
Just get rid of the channel while I'm at
it. Yeah, all
Batman forever.
All that success.
Batman forever. Fuck you.
All that success you had, get rid of it. Gone. Garbage.
You heard me, people.
All right.
Yeah.
So my last
200 subs, whatever. Batman.
yeah, just do Batman VR.
Batman.
Right. So this is my final question, and we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
If there is a starting creator, like someone that wants to start a YouTube channel, and they want to upload the first video tomorrow, what advice would you give them?
Well, first and foremost, even worry about your first video as much as you should, because just look at YouTube. There are billions of videos right now that are being processed and uploaded every single minute, and all you have to worry about, and this is literally what I wish I knew, is don't worry as much as you should about your first video. Obviously, you want a good first impression, and that's a really good thing to have. I'm not saying you shouldn't go all out for your first video, but it's going to be really hard to make your first video pop and go viral. Obviously, with time, if you have no experience with the algorithm or YouTube or anything, you have to learn. You have to study it yourself.
Exactly.
Because there are countless of videos of people being like, top 3 ways to make a video and your channel grow.
How to get 1,000 subscribers in 3 hours.
They don't work.
Like, yeah, no.
You're going to gain millions of views in the span of a day. It's not going to happen. You have to take small goals, small steps, small everything. Don't set yourself on the bigger picture immediately. You obviously need to gain experience. So when you edit, when you upload, when you do any of that shit, you have to be able to understand that you're not going to gain tons of views in the first day. You have to realize that you are a creator now. You're not a consumer. You're not a consumer. Obviously, you're going to watch YouTube after you upload, but still, you are now a producer, not a consumer. You have to learn how to produce. You have to learn skills. You have to learn the algorithm. You have to learn how people react, how people watch. And it takes time. 1,000% it takes time. So don't be super hard on yourself when you upload, because you obviously need time to develop. There you go. Does that sound intelligent enough?
That was an awesome answer, dude. That was an awesome answer.
How does my hair look?
How does my hair look? Is the lighting right? Is the lighting right?
Look good.
All right, dude. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk with you. And everyone that's currently listening to here on the Discord or here on YouTube.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That wraps up today's first episode of the MightyCreator Podcast. Huge shout out to Banooka for bringing the energy, the insights, and the grind to becoming a small creator to the table. Banooka, I appreciate you, dog.
Well, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. This is the MightyCreators. I was the first guest, so I matter. Every time you hit oldest on his channel, I'm gonna be there. Every time you look up Banooka, I'll be there. Every time you go to Honey Buns or Fetus or Control's channel, I'll be there, bitch. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you next time.